Officer Tyler. Please utilize them if you need anything. Always reach out. But overall, we had a really successful year. We ended the year down in crime slightly, so it was tremendous work. The one thing I want to highlight and acknowledge, and Marty just acknowledged this for me, we got approved for an August camera, and these type of things are really instrumental in crime fighting, combating crime. So what I would like to ask is to make sure that we get additional cameras, as we are in dear need of August cameras in this precinct, just because there's so many vehicular type crimes that occur, vehicle-related crimes that occur in the 6-2 precinct, as we are a target, being that we have the Bell Parkway, and we have high corridors, whether it's Bay Parkway, 18th Avenue, or Cropsey, or Benson, or Kings Highway. All these highways attached to other locations give these individuals free passageways, especially during the midnight hours while we are all asleep. So please, thank you, appreciate it. I won't take too much time. Looking forward to the new year, and Happy New Year again to everybody, and looking forward to the Chinese New Year. So thank you.
Colonel, did you want to come up? Colonel from Fort Hamilton Army Garrison.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Misty Campbell. I'm the Garrison Commander. So to facilitate that, we've provided information as to how to access with your real or standard driver's license. So if there are any questions, we'll be in the back. But thank you again for all your support.
Who else do I have from the public?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Marco Rico, and I'm a representative for Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. First, I wanted to wish everybody a Happy New Year. I just wanted to briefly say that I am here. If anybody needs help with any federal agencies, such as immigration, IRS, please see me in the back, and I'll give you a business card at the end. Thank you so much, and have a happy and safe New Year. Thank you.
Hi everyone, some of you might remember me, some of you don't, I'm new. So in the last year, we've done a whole bunch of programming at Bay Parkway, Caesars Bay, the Dead End. We've done a whole bunch of cleanups and a whole bunch of children's activities, free bike repair. So I'm not going to get into that since most of you already know that. What we're looking for now is letters of support, primarily from stakeholders, elected officials, or other business owners within the area. These letters of support are required by the DOT to submit a plaza application. Once the plaza is designated, it would open us up to a whole bunch of rat mitigation programs offered by the Hort. They're a vendor of the DOT. It would also offer, and it would also open up a whole bunch of waterfront rehabilitation grants offered by the DEP and probably many other agencies. If anyone wants to volunteer, we've got plenty of trash to pick up, so come through. There's also free programs through Street Lab. They are the partner that's helping us organize all of this. Street Lab is also a vendor of the DOT and of the DOE. They provide free children's programming. If you guys are in a school nearby or are part of a school, I know there's a PTA person here. There you are, yep. If you guys want to close down your street in front of your school and literally expand the square footage of your school for free, they handle all of the insurance, they handle all of the permitting, and they bring all of the programming, so why wouldn't you give this to your kids? I know I'm trying this at PS 101 where my son goes, so. Anyway, if anyone wants to speak to me, please speak to me after. Thank you, have a good day.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tamby John. I'm the branch manager for New York Library, and I'm also here on behalf of the High Lawn location, which is located at 1664 West 13th Street. I would like to say that BPL would like you to know the following. The Center for Brooklyn History, which is Brooklyn Public Library's nationally recognized research library and public history institution, is free and open to all, providing visitors with Brooklyn's story through its historical collections, enlightening programs, educational resources, and wide-ranging exhibitions. On Wednesday, January the 21st, they'll be hosting a special program where several community boards will be on stage to discuss the vital role community boards play in our city's democracy. BPL would also like everyone to know that Level Up is also being provided. It's a free workshop development program designed to help Brooklyn residents build the technical and professional skills needed for career growth, financial stability, and long-term success. Apply by January 25th to participate in this 10-week spring cohort. At Nutrik Library, there's the following programs. We'll make note. We have story and crafts every Monday from 3:30 to 4:30, ages 4 to 8. Babies and Books story time every Thursday, 11 to 11:45 a.m. for ages 0 to 2. Teen programs like Teen Time every Wednesday from 4 to 5 for ages 13 to 19. And we're currently offering Learn Microsoft PowerPoint every Tuesday from 1:30 to 2:30 for adults. At the High Lawn location, they would like to also highlight on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. there is Chinese paper cutting. So thank you very much. Hope you guys are enjoying your new year. And you all are welcome to the library.
Hello everyone, Happy New Year. My name is Joyce. I'm from City Council Susan Zhuang's office. So welcome back for the new year. And the other thing is we do have, as we walk in, a lot of people fill the application for Community Board 11. If anyone and friends interested, you fill the application, reach to our office for City Council Susan Zhuang. We do have City Council funding application open now too for discretionary and capital funding. So if you have any nonprofit organization, you should reach out to our office. And the other things, as our 66 precincts community office saying, Lunar New Year's event, it is coming. First one will be January 31st. We're gonna add IS 96 Safro Middle School. We do have a parade coming on February. So if you need more detail, we will reach to our office or follow Susan Zhuang's social media. Thank you. We brought some pear knife for the new year. Wish everyone has safe and sweet, because pear is sweet, so it's sweet life. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Tal Litwin. I'm here representing Borough President Antonio Reynoso. Happy New Year. A few things coming up, and I'll put flyers on the back table, but community board applications are live. So, and that will be until February 6th. So if you or someone you know is 16 years old or older and they live, work, or have a significant interest in a community, they can serve on their community board, and we encourage you or them to apply. And then if you or somebody you know is related to a Brooklyn House of Worship, you're invited to join a free year-long program on affordable housing development. This is called the 2026 Divine Dwellings Cohort, and it's a fast-track program, and it features free technical assistance provided by Bricks and Mortals, a grassroots membership organization empowering faith-based organizations in New York City to maximize their buildings and property to serve their communities. And then in addition, Borough President Reynoso's office is partnering with Brooklyn College to start the perinatal mental health online graduate courses. So it's ideal for any licensed social workers, counselors, psychologists, midwives, nurses, OBGYNs, psychiatrists, psychotherapists, pediatricians, etc. Who are and the courses are going to focus on the mental health needs of new and expecting mothers. In addition, on this coming Saturday, January 10th, there is a community board application workshop. And so you can join us to learn the ins and outs of community boards and how to apply, and it will be hosted by the Brooklyn Public Library from 1 to 2 p.m. at the Central Branch. Two more, there's on Wednesday, January 21st, we're having Democracy on Your Block inside Brooklyn's community boards. and it's a panel at the Center for Brooklyn History to learn about the realities of serving on community boards, navigating bureaucracy, balancing competing neighborhood interests, working with city agencies, and sustaining public engagement, alongside the deep rewards of helping communities be heard and affect change. And the panel will be from 6:30 to 8 p.m. on January 21st. And then there's a flyer in the back that's just announcing our 2026 ULERP hearing schedule over the next several months. So that's all. Thank you so much.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Johanna. I'm a social worker with a program called New York Connects. We're a program through the New York City Department for the Aging, and we provide free, unbiased information and assistance to older adults, their caregivers, and people with disabilities in the Brooklyn area. We do this mainly through a telephonic service. I like to call us 311, but specialized for older adults, where when you call, you'll directly reach a social worker during normal business hours, and we can help with resource connection, light case management, referrals, and accessing long-term services and supports. In addition, if you know someone or if you have an organization that feels like they would benefit from our services, I am the sort of field social worker, and I am happy to go out to anywhere, any part of Brooklyn. So I'm going to leave our flyers in the back. That's that main telephone line that I was talking about, as well as my contact as well. And thank you, and have a happy Lunar New Year as well.
Hey, great evening, everyone. I'm Lester Chang, Assemblyman, representing our community here. Today's, at least the weather's not as cold as the past couple of days, isn't it? At least survivability. All right, as the previous guest speaker announced, that Chinese New Year will be coming up in February very shortly. There'll be a parade, and there'll be a street closing on 8th Avenue, but details to follow. Okay, the most important information I give away for those who are veterans, for those who knows whom are veterans, this is regarding about education. I co-sponsor and push for New York State has what they call Higher Education for Veterans Tuition Award that will cover 100% tuition up to SUNY tuition, SUNY. Normally it's for the veterans, but this bill that we had just passed, that Governor just signed a few weeks ago, we can pass that to our spouse or to our children. That's very important. Unlike the post-9/11 GI Bill, that's the federal side, the state, as a veteran myself, and for those who have family who are veterans, can pass that benefit to their child or to their spouse. Details to follow, but the effective date on July 1st, 2026. So they're still working on the detail. I checked the website, they don't have, but I do know that Governor signed the bill, which I co-sponsored the bill, so we allowed the state can pass that, that scholarship tuition for their family, either to the spouse or to the kids. That's important. And then that doesn't conflict for those who are 100% disabled with a Chapter 35. For those who are veterans, they will know what I'm talking about. But anyone who has a family who are veterans, apply, get the letter of eligibility, go to a website called New York State Higher Education Veterans Tuition. There's a link, there's a tab, tap that, fill out the information, put a copy of the DD-214, and wait 30 days to get a letter of eligibility. That's the first step. And then when details to follow how to pass on to their children or to their wife, I'm looking forward. As soon as they get that, I will pass that information. This is a great deal to help our spouse and to help our children to get education. And also as a state legislature, for those child who wanted to go to SUNY Maritime College, that's my alma mater, that's up in the Bronx. 100% free ride for those who go to the engineering school, a free ride 4 years, up in the Bronx, 4 years. So anyone who's applying to apply, let me know. And I'll make sure they qualify, and I will put my name, and I'll sponsor them for the free ride scholarship. SUNY Maritime College for their engineering program. A full free ride, 4-year college, free. That's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Assemblyman. Do I have anyone else from the public? Anyone else? Going once, twice? Do I have a motion to close the public portion? Kathy, motion. Andrew, second. All in favor? Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay. Before we move on, I do want to do an attendance call, and I'm only going to call out the people that we didn't see here. So if I call your name and you're here, just jump up and go, hey, I'm here. Glib, Ashley Lauren, Alan, Mateo, Jeffrey, Larry He, Emily Lamb, Donald Lau, Shay Rung Lau, Mohammed Nobi, Ahmed Uzar, Raymond Wang, Robert Whittaker, and that's it. Okay, so those folks aren't here. Monty does an excellent job with the attendance. Thank you. I also, before I call up the next person for a presentation, I do want to acknowledge also with us, besides Colonel Cantwell, is also Sergeant Major Ryder, who is with us this evening. Thank you for joining us. And also Susan Blair, our lovely Chief Public Affairs at Fort Hamilton, is also here. You can wave. And also with the captain from the 6-2, we do have our Community Affairs Officer, Police Officer Tyler Hunter, who's here. Thank you for coming, and also our 6-2 officers. At this point, we're going to have a quick presentation from Ali Bouvard from the Department of Consumer and Workers Protections on free tax prep. So come on up.
All right, thank you so much for having me. My name is Ali. I'm with the New York City Department of Consumer and Worker Protection. Something scary is coming up, taxes. January to April is the tax season. So New York City Department of Consumer and Worker Protection, we have a robust flagship program that helps New Yorkers file their taxes free of charge. We've found that this program is very important for many of our community members who qualify for the free program but still apply with a private, still pay for their tax services. So I wanted to share some more information about that. Let's see. So there are various different ways of filing taxes with the New York City Department of Consumer and Worker Protection. We give grants to different nonprofits who help you guys, who help residents file their taxes free of charge. There are various ways of doing that. You could do that. You could drop off in person. You could have a virtual appointment for your taxes. So a volunteer preparer who is a trained IRS certified volunteer will help you do your taxes free of charge. How do you qualify? If you're a single individual, the income limit is $68,000 or less. If you are a family or a single individual with dependents, that climbs up to $97,000 or less. If you're a small business owner, we can also help you. If you have expenses less than $250,000, we can do your taxes free of charge. How do you access the services? How do you get an appointment? You go online. So I've left some brochures in the front that has our information on how you can access tax prep. You can also call 311 to get access to this service. It's very important. We're really paying a lot of attention to this now because tax prep fraud has gone up a lot in terms of tax preparers tricking people, scamming people in various different ways. We certainly don't want that. So our free services are professional, confidential, and they can get you a bigger return, all for a cost of nothing. And so if you have any questions regarding that, please feel free to come up to me. I'll be sitting right over there. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you to our chair.
Thank you, and everybody remember, do direct deposit so your check don't get stolen. At this point, I would like to do the approval of the minutes from November 14th. Marnie sent them out, so everyone had a chance to review them. Are there any edits or corrections to the minutes from November 14th? Can I have a motion to approve the minutes for November 14th? Angelo is making a motion. I have a second. All in favor? Okay. Any abstentions? Any nays? Okay. Moving along. Okay. So I know it's been said like multiple times tonight, but again, reminding everyone who his term is up for the community board that you need to submit your application You should have gotten an email about it. If you didn't and you know your term's up, please give a holler out. For those members who were appointed or reappointed in 2019, and you get reappointed for this term, their final term will be this, expiring in 2027 due to the term limits. The 2018 City Charter Amendment limits the community member boards to 4 consecutive 2 terms, 4 consecutive 2-year terms for 8 years, except if you were appointed in 2020, then it's 5 terms. So if you were appointed or reappointed in 2019, this will be then your, after this, your last term. Follow? Okay. I have bittersweet news. Daniel Zurich, who came onto the board in 2020, is relocating from New York City, and he's leaving the board. So we wish you the best of luck. We're sorry to see you go, but happy for you, for your personal journey. And it's just been a pleasure working with you, and you've been a great service. And you are going to definitely be missed. Definitely. Thank you, Daniel. It's so funny because, and I'm thinking back, and I was telling Marnie this story, that I remember when you were coming to the meetings, we used to go to Bensonhurst Rehab every month, and I noticed him at these meetings. He wasn't a member, and he was a young guy, and you know, you don't see a lot of young people coming to a community board meeting as a guest. So I used to talk to him and go, "What are you doing here? Why are you here? What's going on?" And I finally talked him into signing up and joining the board. But back then, he was still a student at Baruch. Remember? That's way back. But gonna miss you, Daniel. Okay. Maimonides Medical Center is going to be providing a presentation on January 20th. And it's given an update to the Health, Social Services, and Seniors Committee about their ongoing conversations with New York City Health and Hospitals regarding a possible partnership. It's not possible. I think it already happened, that it's now going to be a city hospital. And that's going to be, again, on January 20th at Homecrest on 69th and 15th at 7 p.m. Everyone is welcome to attend. And now I am going to pass it over to Marnie for her district manager report.
I do, and I'm going to, because I heard some people say that they missed when Bill chaired meetings. So I'm going to move quick.
I don't think he ever allowed you to have this long.
He didn't, because his leg would shake, so I would go faster and faster because I got nervous. But anyway, Happy New Year. I'm glad to see everybody here, and I'm even happier that we have a quorum. I just want to give some updates on some administrative actions that I have taken in the absence of a quorum last month. So for the new members, if you don't know, as part of the Alcoholic and Beverage Control Law, as well as the Office of Cannabis Management, the Marijuana Taxation Act, applicants are required to provide 30-day notice to the community board with their intent to file or renew their licenses with the respective agencies. We received notification from Nunu Bar and Grill, located at 38 Avenue O, that they were seeking to renew their on-premises wine and beer license. However, they are operating with a denied letter of no objection from the Department of Buildings for an eating and drinking establishment. It was also brought to my attention that there have been numerous noise complaints and other quality of life issues relating to that location. So while I advise the SLA of the building issues, in the interim, I think that the board should consider formally placing stipulations on their method of operation when the application comes back before the board. So I will update the board and we'll bring it back. We also received notifications of 2 new adult use retail dispensary license applications. The first is for Bud Bodega at 7723 20th Avenue. However, this is a residential home and not a commercial property that can legally be used as a dispensary. The second is Cannabis Kingdom, located at 8415 18th Avenue, which is located on the corner of New Utrecht Avenue and 18th Avenue, which is right next to Little Sunshine Preschool. The Executive Board adopted policies and procedures in October of 2023, which was adopted by the full board, which would automatically deny an application if the location was too close to a community facility or facility primarily frequented by children. So because it met that benchmark, it's not going to committee to review. I would just like to bring it to the full board to affirm so that I can send to the respective agencies our concerns. So I would like to put that out there. If there's a motion, Angela, Kathy? You want to do the vote? Or you want me to do it? All in favor of this motion? Anybody deny? Anybody abstain? Okay. Thank you. So yesterday, this happened very quickly. I met with residents who filed an appeal with the Board of Standards and Appeals of the Department of Buildings' decision of the zoning challenges filed regarding 2501 86th Street, the site of the proposed shelter. The appeal relates to the Department of Buildings' approval of the application with the exemption of a City Planning Commission special permit for a transient hotel based upon a letter from the Department of Homeless Services and not an active contract or written agreement. The Board of Standards and Appeals accepted it and has calendared the application. So the Planning and Zoning Committee will meet with the applicant on Thursday, January 22nd at Health Essentials at 2336 86th Street at 7 p.m. And I just want to say one of the concerns about that happening. Lori and I were speaking because it just happened yesterday that we found this out. That is a C81 zoning district where if you were to build a hotel, we're not speaking about a shelter, a hotel, a shelter, it's a transient accommodation, the legal definition is the same according to planning and buildings. But to play devil's advocate, I just want to throw it out there. Let's say we have a new administration coming in, and there may be a new policy coming in, I don't know. But let's just say that that particular site does not receive funding through a nonprofit to operate as a shelter. We are stuck with a commercial hotel that did not go through public review, right? Because it needs a special permit. So you will have that there because there was already permits issued based upon a letter and not a contract. So we will be meeting and discussing the application, and if the committee so moves, make a recommendation on that appeal. So if anybody's interested, all our meetings are open to the public. Please come. And Dr. Law, thank you for connecting me with the applicant, and we'll have it in our newsletter. 7 p.m. Yep, and that's it for me. No, at Health Essentials on 86th Street, 20 through 36. I will put it out on a meeting notice. Yeah, but I just wanted to bring it forward because we're moving it because it's an appeal calendar. It may move quickly. Oh, no. Nope.
No, the last update was that it's going to take another year. Every time we ask for an update, it takes another year. Oh. That's what we were told. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Dangerous. I know, it's dangerous. It's an accident waiting to happen. Yeah, yeah. If they finish when they say now that they're going to finish, it's 5 years. It'll be 5 years. Do we have any new business? Yes. Sure.
No, you have to come on the microphone.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Okay, Happy New Year. I just want to make a very, very short announcement. Our Lunar New Year Parade will be held on Sunday, December 22nd. Okay, we will gather at 10 o'clock in the morning, 65th Street, 18th Avenue. Last year, how many people joined us? About 7,000 people. If you want to join us walk with the banner, please let me know. I'm going to stay here. This is the year of the horse. The signify what? Independence, vitality, and success. If the people who were born in the year of the horse, they are very good thinking, very successful leader. Okay, please join us. Again, one more time. February 22nd, Sunday, 10 o'clock. Please go over there. February 22nd. February 22nd. Okay. February 22nd. It's a Sunday. Okay, here I want to thank our officer, Hunter, applied the permit for us from the NYPD. Officer Hunter here. Thank you very much, okay? Please join us and let me know. I'm going to stay here. Hey, Dr. Law, I want to walk with you. Please, okay, let me know. I'm going to stay right here. Thank you. February 22nd, Sunday, 10 o'clock, okay? 65th Street, 18th Avenue. We walk 20 blocks. I could walk. You can walk too. I'm much older than you, okay? Thank you.
Dr. Law last year told everybody, I'm much older than everybody, so you all have to walk. Do I have any other new business? Yes.
Happy New Year, everybody. My name is Sonia. I'm the president of the 62nd Precinct Community Council. We're going to be having our next meeting on Wednesday, January the 21st at the precinct. We're going to have it at 6 p.m. Pending a meeting, we may just definitely have all the meetings every month at 6 p.m. If you haven't been to any of our meetings, please see me after the meeting and give me your information so that we could keep you updated on some crime tips, happenings, and any events that we may be having. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other new? Any old business? Can I have a motion? Right here, everybody make that motion. Motion to adjourn. Everyone's in favor? Are there any abstentions? Andrew Scaglione, put your hand down. Everyone, have a wonderful month. Thank you for coming.